Magic isn't just about sleight of hand or clever tricks. It's about understanding the brain. Every illusion, every disappearing act, and every impossible feat works because of how our minds perceive the world. Today, we're breaking down the science behind magic and revealing how illusions trick your brain. Our brains process an overwhelming amount of information every second. To make sense of it all, the mind takes shortcuts, filling in gaps, predicting movement, and filtering out unnecessary details. These shortcuts help us navigate the world efficiently. They also make us vulnerable to deception. Magicians exploit this by using misdirection. When watching a magic trick, your eyes might be focused on one thing while the real action is happening somewhere else. The brain assumes it's seeing everything, but in reality, it only registers a fraction of what's happening. One of the best examples of this is the vanishing ball illusion, where a magician pretends to toss a ball into the air, but the ball never actually leaves their hand. And the movement and the gaze of the magician trick the brain into believing the ball is gone, even though it has never left. Misdirection is the art of controlling attention. The human brain can only focus on a limited amount of information at any given moment, and magicians use this limitation to their advantage. Studies show that when we focus on one task, we experience inattentional blindness, a phenomenon where we fail to see something obvious because our attention is somewhere else. A famous experiment by psychologist Daniel Simmons involved a video where people pass a basketball. Viewers were asked to count the passes, but in the middle of the video, a person in a gorilla suit walked through the scene, and shockingly, many people never noticed the gorilla at all. Magic works the same way. A magician might create a big flashy movement with one hand, while secretly performing the trick with the other. Our brains follow the distraction and miss the crucial moment. Our eyes constantly send visual data to the brain, but what we see isn't always reality. Optical illusions reveal just how easily our brains can be tricked. One example is the Ames room, a distorted room that makes people appear to shrink or grow depending on where they stand. The brain assumes the room is normal, but the perspective has been manipulated. Another classic illusion is the rotating snake illusion, where static images seem to move. This happens because of how our eyes process light and color, making us perceive motion when there is none. Magicians use these same principles in tricks like the zigzag lady, where an assistant appears to be cut into sections. The audience's brain fills in the gaps, assuming the assistant is whole, even when their body is visually separated. Magic isn't just about what we see, it's also about what we believe. The power of suggestion can shape our thoughts and even our memories. Psychological experiments show that people's memories can be altered simply by the way questions are asked. In one study, participants were watching a video of a car accident and then were later asked how fast the cars were going when they smashed into each other. Those who heard the word smashed reported higher speeds and more dramatic damage than those who heard the word bumped. Magicians use suggestions in mind-reading tricks, making people believe they freely chose a card, when in reality subtle cues guided their decision. The brain rewrites the experience, making it feel as if the choice was independent when it wasn't. Magic also plays with our perception of time. Our brains don't experience time as a continuous flow, but rather as a series of moments stitched together. By controlling the sequence of events, magicians can manipulate how we remember a trick. One technique is time compression, when magicians speed up an action so that it feels instantaneous. For example, in a disappearing coin trick, a magician might perform a small, subtle movement several seconds before the big reveal, because the brain edits memories to make sense of events. It groups the actions together, making the switch appear seamless. Memory gaps also works in a magician's favor. After witnessing a magic trick, people often remember that they thought they saw rather than what actually happened. This is why some tricks seem impossible. When recalled later, the mind has rewritten the memory to fit expectations. Magic is more than just deception. It's a science, an art, a study of how the human brain interprets the world. By understanding perception, misdirection, and memory, magicians turn psychological weaknesses into moments of wonder. Which magic trick has left you completely baffled? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of the science behind magic, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for awesome new content. See you in the next video.